This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, the Penobscot County Grand Jury has indicted an Orono man in connection with an incident that left a Brewer police officer injured.
25-year-old Richard May was indicted on charges of assaulting an officer and refusing to submit to arrest. Officers were called to the backside of the Brewer Walmart for a Manning crisis back in July. Police say when one of the officers tried to approach May, an altercation ensued. The officer sustained a head injury and whiplash. 3 people were also indicted in connection with alleged drug distribution from a home in Hamden. 31-year-old Dwayne Henry and 31-year-old Andy Pacheco from Springfield, Massachusetts were indicted on aggravated drug trafficking and unlawful trafficking of scheduled drugs, as well as criminal forfeiture. 37-year-old Jessica Bell of Hamden was indicted for aggravated drug trafficking and unlawful drug trafficking. 2 other people were indicted in connection with a drug investigation in Hancock County. 25-year-old Braille Hernandez Perez and 28-year-old Michael Antonio Arias Abar of Massachusetts were indicted for aggravated trafficking in scheduled drugs.
The Maine State Police have arrested a man for domestic violence and for possession of cocaine. On September 19th, authorities responded to a reported domestic assault where the complainant said 34-year-old Jose Edgardo Torres Garcia assaulted and threatened her with a knife. State troopers worked directly with the state police tactical team and located Torres Garcia the following day. He was arrested for domestic violence, terrorizing with a dangerous weapon. He was also in possession of 44 grams of cocaine during the time of arrest.
Well, Augusta police are asking for the public's help as they investigate a robbery at the Big Apple store on Stone Street. It happened just after 10 o'clock last night. According to Deputy Chief Kevin Lully, the caller said an unidentified man entered the store, displayed a gun, and demanded an undisclosed amount of money and merchandise. The alleged suspect fled before police arrived. He is described as a white male, 5 feet 3 inches tall to 5'7". He weighs between 160 and 180 pounds and wore a black mask, black hoodie-style sweatshirt, dark-colored shoes, a red-brimmed hat, and light-colored jeans. The incident is still under investigation, and anyone with information is asked to contact the Augusta Police Department Criminal Investigations Division at the number on your screen, 626-2370, extension 3418.
Meanwhile, the city of Bangor is looking to clean up its homeless encampments this upcoming fall. Our Matthew Juroncic has more.
On Monday, the city of Bangor made plans for how the city will work to make changes with the homeless encampments. The announcement came during a city council meeting where residents expressed frustration about the growing homeless problem. Bangor City Manager Debbie Laurie sees this as a community effort to solve the ongoing overcrowding of homeless on the streets of Bangor.
We engage the individuals, they become part of the work efforts with us, identifying what can be disposed of and what should be disposed of, and we just really try to do a large push to help enhance the area.
According to Bangor Homeless Shelter Executive Director Boyd Cronome, he says not all encampments are going to see this effort.
At this point, we're not looking at doing all of those campsites. We're looking at doing one of the smaller ones, perhaps, and showing up with all hands on deck, providing services for folks, and hopefully able to move some folks into housing with vouchers and things along those lines.
The city has been doing cleanups like this at different times since last fall. Most of the effort will focus on the area behind the Hope House Health and Living Center, which has the largest homeless population. However, for homeless residents like Katrina Fiona Preble, they say they have nowhere to go.
I spoke to a man, Matt, last week, and he said they were organizing a cleanup for this weekend. And if we don't get this accomplished, we'll be asked to move along. And I'll leave you with this. Move along to where?
Lori says she doesn't think moving the encampments will fix the problem, but rather focus on providing for more of their basic needs.
We really just want to make sure that the basic health issues are addressed, that if they have a buildup of debris because of the mobility of individuals within an encampment, that we have a mechanism and a means to remove that and to actually engage them as part of that community.
Matthew Juroncic, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Governor Janet Mills' re-election campaign says it has raised almost $5 million to date. According to a release, the campaign says they've raised $4.8 million so far, and this includes roughly $993,000 raised between July 20th and September 20th of this year. This is thanks to about 9,800 contributions from roughly 7,400 donors. According to the LePage campaign, it has raised a little over $2,245,000 to date, including $442,190 raised between July and September. That included more than 18,000 unique donations from 7,100 unique donors.
A Mainer who now lives in Florida is sharing his experience with Hurricane Ian. Keith Quackenbush grew up in Maine and went to Brewer High School. He now lives in Cape Coral, Florida, where he owns an HVAC business. He told us how residents are faring with Hurricane Ian and how it compares to a Maine winter storm.
And you deal without power. You get prepared just like you would back home. Make sure you got supplies for 3 or 4 days, and you just hunker down and just deal with it. Around here, and I would tell you, it's not a whole lot different than the storms we deal with back up in Maine. It's just instead of snow, it's a lot of wind and a lot of water.
He says they are still without power at this point in time. He expects to be able to leave the house sometime tomorrow once the storm blows over. Certainly thinking of everyone down there dealing with that storm.
We've been seeing, video clips from various sources, and it really is just very scary to see. It's a very, very powerful storm. And they said that it's slow moving, which means it's going to kind of hover and not really move along very quickly, which really only increases the danger and the damage that folks could be facing.
Yeah, absolutely.
All righty, well, let's turn things over and take a first look at our forecast back here at home.
All right, thank you very much. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather is brought to you by Scott's Recreation with offices in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono. And okay, for us, fall's in the air, right? Temperatures back in the 60s, even a couple low 70s out there today, but a nice weekend is on the way. Okay, so today, high temperatures hanging out, 69 here in Bangor, 68 Millinocket. We'll take it, but slightly cooler temperatures are on the way. Lots of sprinkles out there and some cloud cover today. This will all leave the area tonight, and tomorrow we have lots of sunshine back in your forecast. All this is going to pull away. See you later. And behind it, clearing skies for us late tonight. That makes us a very nice day for tomorrow. So our forecast then tonight, those clearing skies or mostly clear skies with low temperatures hanging out near 50. Your full forecast is coming up.
Alrighty, so another nice overnight on the way.
Yes, indeed.
And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, Northern Light Maine Coast Hospital in Ellsworth reaches a goal that will help it modernize the hospital.
And Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center says changes are in place that will simplify screening for incoming patients. We'll have those stories and much more as ABC 7 News at 6 continues.
When it looks the part, but isn't the real thing, that's fool's golden. Jared Golden promised he'd be an independent fighter against Biden's spending, but then cast a deciding vote for Biden's newest spending bill that experts say will hike taxes $1 billion on those making under $50,000. Golden may think we're fools, but his recent vote shows Mainers what he's really made of. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Renovating or building new, you'll find a wide selection of high-performing, energy-efficient, and beautiful windows and doors at Hammond Lumber Company. Your Hammond sales representative will walk you through the showroom displays and help you choose options to create a personalized custom look. Free in-home measurement is available, and Hammond can deliver your order from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Bring your vision and enjoy better light and added security and energy savings with quality windows and doors from Hammond Lumber Company.
Finding the Honda you really want just got easier. With a longer limited warranty,
So long.
downloadable inspection reports, so you see what we see,
Downloadable.
and complimentary oil changes within the first year.
That's what I'm talking about.
You've never been more at peace than with Honda Certified Pre-Owned.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Here's this week's featured deal.
At Firehouse Subs, we give you craveable subs that are piping hot and piled high. And a portion of every purchase helps give them the life-saving equipment they need. Order online or on the app for contactless pickup or delivery. Only at Firehouse Subs.
On sale Thursday at 9 a.m. A limited supply available, half-off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
Janet Mills's education department was teaching kindergartners radical transgender policies. Now it's pushing a curriculum telling students they're racist if they use certain terms. All lives matter, mass incarceration, calling the police on black people, all racist. Janet Mills closed our schools and our kids fell behind. And now she's pushing her radical education agenda. No more politics in schools, no more Janet Mills. The top funder of the Maine Republican Party is the Republican Governors Association.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. It's an exciting time for people who rely on Northern Light Maine Coast Hospital in Ellsworth. It's reached a goal that will help modernize the hospital to help serve residents for generations to come. Craig Colson explains.
The sound of construction has become familiar at this important hospital, the sound of progress. Much of it is thanks to Edith Dixon and her family, who issued a challenge to the community, promising to provide $1 million to help modernize the facility if the hospital could raise another $1 million to match the gift. Thanks to a $25,000 gift from Machias Savings Bank, the hospital has reached its goal.
We're so excited to be able to bring that to the community with brand new suites, brand new equipment, and above and beyond that, to be able to go to more private rooms. I think the time has ended where people should share a room when they're getting their health care needs.
That's right, more private rooms, a family-focused birthing center, and modern equipment will help the staff deliver future generations in a more comfortable and private setting.
It's been a long time coming. This community grows every day and we need to grow along with it. This unit's been around for a long time. I was born in this unit. My children were born in this unit and they're young adults now, and I'm just really excited what this means for the next generation.
It's been really great. I mean, having your baby born locally is really important, and so to build a brand new modern facility is so important.
The hospital still hopes to raise more money as part of its ongoing capital campaign, hoping to show off the new improvements in the coming weeks. In Ellsworth, this is Craig Colson reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Meanwhile, Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center says changes are in place that will simplify screening for incoming patients and reopen entrances that have been closed since 2020. Patients coming to the medical center will now be screened at the main entrance. Visitors coming to the medical center will check in and out at the main entrance information desk. Those with appointments in the Weber buildings may now enter through the Weber East or West entrance, and entrances A, B, and C at Northern Light Health Center at Union Street are now open. Patients, staff, and visitors are required to wear a surgical-grade mask provided by Northern Light Health regardless of vaccination status, and everyone is asked to wear the mask over their nose and mouth at all times.
The state of Maine has a new pilot program for people caring for loved ones with dementia or disability. The Respite for Me program will provide grants of up to $2,000. The money will come from the governor's Maine Jobs and Recovery Plan. Through Respite for Me, family caregivers for people living with a disability, Alzheimer's disease, or other related dementias may receive grants to help them access respite care for their loved one. Caregivers can also get counseling and training, legal and financial guidance, as well as services to help maintain their own health. The 2-year program, developed in partnership with 5 of Maine's area agencies on aging, begins on Monday.
Well, Maine has ranked 3rd on a list of states with the highest rated nursing homes. According to a study from an organization called NICE-RX, this was determined by comparing results from the U.S. News Best Nursing Home ratings to the total number of nursing homes in a state. The results show that 32.26 of Maine's nursing homes were given a 5 out of 5 rating, ranking them 3rd in the nation, only behind Hawaii and Alaska.
It was the second day of a trial for a Corinna man accused of endangering the welfare of a child after his infant daughter overdosed. More witnesses were called to the stand today. David Dagnalt has more.
The trial continued for 27-year-old Zachary Borg, who was accused of unlawful furnishing of drugs to a minor and endangering the welfare of a child. The prosecutor, Chelsea Linz, presented evidence of Sergeant Detective Trask interviewing Borg shortly after the night Borg's daughter overdosed. Throughout the interview, Trask asked multiple times if Borg felt he was in an adequate state of mind for the interview. When he was cross-examined by defense attorney Harris Matson, Trask says he would not have conducted the interview if at any point he thought Borg was under the influence or not able to think properly. During the presented interview, Borg discussed with Trask how he obtained what he identified as fentanyl on the night in question and where the substances were ingested. According to Borg, he got the substance from a complete stranger that he invited into his home, and they were later joined by 2 additional strangers who all allegedly took the drugs in the house. Borg said that at one point one of the strangers claimed to have lost a bag of fentanyl and it was not recovered. Borg's defense argues that since Borg did not know with certainty that the substance was in his home, that he could not be held accountable for unlawfully furnishing drugs to a minor. The prosecution argued the fact that Borg invited individuals into an area where his children were known to occupy, even if they were not at the time on the premises, is reason enough for him to be charged with unlawful furnishing. Closing statements are expected to be made on Thursday. In Bangor, I'm Devin Dagnalt, reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22.
And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, the Bangor Humane Society is holding its 29th annual Paws on Parade this weekend.
And in sports, when Maine hockey takes the ice this season, there will be 2 sophomores out on defense with some high expectations. We'll have that story right after the break.
Feel the difference of alpaca apparel from the Blue Alpaca Ranch and Store in Belfast. Stop by their ranch location to interact with these amazing animals and enjoy the beautiful Maine outdoors with your very own alpaca walk. Shop in-store or online today and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. With their incredible selection of socks, sweaters, hats, and more, experience the unique qualities that alpaca fiber brings with the Blue Alpaca. Feel the difference.
Why do thousands of customers take the drive to Newport for all their shoes? Because Comfort Shoes and More has the styles you want, and they also have trained podorthists on staff to help you with all your footwear and arch support issues. We provide free foot evaluations by people who care about fitting you with the most comfortable shoes you will ever own. We have shoes in stock up to 6C and size 17, from safety shoes and boots, running, walking, casual, or dress. We have it all at Comfort Shoes and More, 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport, across from Irving.
Mainers work hard, but Joe Biden's inflation is making life miserable. Heating oil costs are crushing Maine families. I'm Bruce Poliquin, and for too many, this means choosing between gas, groceries, or freezing. Biden and all Democrats created this mess, and they're making it worse. Congress needs more Maine common sense, not more spending on those who won't work or more taxes on those who do. I'm Bruce Poliquin, and I approve this message because Maine needs a congressman who will stand up to Biden and help Maine families.
We're a AAA family.
We found out about AAA insurance through a friend who had actually mentioned it a while ago. We ran the numbers and it totally worked.
We looked at the statement for our previous insurer and then AAA insurance. Definitely, we've seen a huge difference.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
By switching over to AAA insurance, we saved over $450. So with our savings, he bought more equipment.
More money means more practice equipment.
In his world.
Why didn't we do this earlier? Why did it take so long?
We're a AAA family now.
AAA insurance allows us to do so much more with our kids and spend more time with them.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 877-209-5384 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Put a little more cash in your bank. Save money with half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We'll start with Maine men's hockey. They take the ice for the first time this weekend with an exhibition match at the Alfond. And when they do, there will be 2 sophomores out there with the defense with some high expectations this season.
At the Alfond, Ben Barr isn't the only person in year 2 looking to make a significant jump.
I think we're all just meshing a little bit better. I think we all have the idea of what we're going to do.
Sophomores Sam Dewar and David Brazil are 2 of just a handful of defensemen returning for 2022.
And I think that's just the one thing that we have this year that we didn't have last year, is that we're kind of just all growing as a team, and I think it'll take us a long way this year.
Dewar came here for spring semester last year and immediately made a difference in kind of a depleted defensive unit.
You're just throwing them into, it's basically like, it doesn't happen very often, but we had some guys leave there in the midway through the season last year, so we needed a defenseman, and he did a really good job for us.
I kind of knew what I was coming into. Training in the spring last year, we were kind of thrown in the deep end, and coming back this summer, I think that really helped me and the other 12 guys coming back this year a lot.
In the 10 games he played, the first thing he noticed was the difference in speed. And that's something he's definitely used to heading into this year.
Everything happens quickly, and it's a lot different than junior hockey. You're playing against draft picks, you're playing against big, strong guys, and I think it's just so much faster, and it's a whole different game.
As for Brazil, he earned the vote of assistant captain.
He's awesome. We call him Captain America over there.
Which is a little odd for just a sophomore.
And it's very contagious with him. Like he's one of those guys that never has a bad day. So guys want to follow him, and it's not, a little unusual for sophomores sometimes to be a leader of a team, but he's up to the challenge.
Kind of crazy. It's a really great opportunity. It's just it's an absolute honor. There's been some amazing captains, assistant captains that have come before me, and it's a great legacy to carry. I appreciate my teammates thinking I make a good captain.
And even off the ice, these 2 really don't get enough of each other.
I'm living with him too this year, and just watching him go through his day-to-day life, it's just he acts like a pro.
That's unreal. We got a great little group over at our house, living together and being defensemen and stuff like that. You can kind of bond over things, and that's really nice. You can talk about things at home.
All right, looking forward to see what the Black Bears can do on the ice this season. That all starts this weekend on Saturday. Let's head over to Foxborough now. If you haven't heard yet, Mac Jones is day-to-day. I think that's their new favorite phrase to use between him and Bill Belichick. They won't confirm yet whether or not Jones plays on Sunday, but Mac was not at practice on Wednesday. Belichick obviously said, like I said, it was day-to-day, and that there had been a lot of improvement since Sunday when the injury happened. He also said, in the event that Jones cannot go this weekend, Brian Hoyer will be starting in his place. And when asked about the injury to Mac Jones, Bill's response was along the lines of what you'd expect.
Day by day, he's getting better. See how it goes. Day by day.
Does he have a high ankle sprain?
Day by day. What do I look like? A doctor? An orthopedic surgeon? I don't know. Talk to the medical experts.
What do I look like? A doctor, an orthopedic surgeon? I think that's his version of, what am I, a clown? Am I here to amuse you? Always good stuff from Bill. That is all the time we have for sports, though. Here is Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast.
All right, Tyler, thank you. Your full weather is brought by Diversified Ink Tattoo Studio in Penobscot Plaza in Bangor, providing custom ink by licensed artists for over 20 years. And all right, so for us, look at these temperatures today. Back up near 70, not quite cracking that threshold, but overall, we'll take it. Some cloudy skies, even a couple of sprinkles out there earlier are going away tonight, and tomorrow we are in for a very nice day. Okay, so future temperatures tonight basically lows down near 50. Tomorrow back up near 60. So we'll take it, especially here in late September. All right, the wind right now is generally out of the northwest, usually ushers in cooler temperatures, right? For us, so that'll happen tonight with lows down near 50, but this wind will go calm for several hours. That could mean a little bit of dense fog out there tonight. Lots of sprinkles out there today, nothing heavy, but they were persistent for several hours. This whole thing is some cool air aloft right now over our heads about 5,000 feet up, triggering a couple sprinkles out there this afternoon and evening. But those are winding down now, and back behind it, this whole thing will pull out of here by tomorrow morning. So we'll have decreasing clouds overnight tonight, and then a very nice day under partly cloudy skies throughout our region tomorrow. All right, let's walk you through. So Futurecast shows the sprinkles out there now ending shortly. By tomorrow morning, here's 6:30 or so, looking at partly cloudy skies across the area. And then the clouds continue to decrease throughout the day. Looking at a very nice day tomorrow with temperatures back up near 60. Here's tomorrow evening, 6:30, looking at no problems at all. And then lots of clear skies tomorrow evening, and then also in the day on Friday. In fact, Friday looks really fantastic around here with temperatures back in the low 60s under plenty of sunshine pretty much all day long. All right, here's Ian. Made landfall today just south of the Tampa area with a Category 4 hurricane with winds near 150 miles per hour, having all sorts of issues there. Very impressive on radar. Here it is. Flooding rainfall now from the Fort Myers area back up to Orlando later on tonight. If you have friends and family there, they could see up to 20 inches of rainfall as this thing is just not moving. This is going to take us into Friday as it kind of hangs out over the Florida Peninsula and brings in lots of rainfall, up to 20 to 25 inches of rainfall as the wind begins to die down tonight. Our forecast, though, for us, though, is lots of clear skies likely after midnight tonight. Low temperatures near 47 to 50 this evening with that northwest breeze. For tomorrow, all right, so mostly sunny skies to partly cloudy skies. High temperatures near 60 will take it with a northwest breeze around 5 to 10. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows a story, right? 62 for us tomorrow. Friday, 64, lots of sunshine. Saturday, 68. We're going to go for 70 on Saturday, and it gets good, right? But much cooler on Sunday with high temperatures basically hanging out in the mid to upper 50s. Beth and Peter?
Loving all that sunshine.
Yeah.
Look, all the straight suns right across. It was like a slot machine.
I love that.
And we won.
Yeah, exactly. We're definitely winning this week. And I like that the weekend kind of gives us a little bit of, we have a nice warm day on Saturday, and it cools off on Sunday, so you get that nice fall feel as well.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, well, there is still more to come after the break. Stay with us.
Don't believe the lies from Washington's special interest. Jared Golden's a different type of Democrat. I respect that Jared served in the Marines. Jared's a friend of law enforcement, and we definitely can trust him to keep our communities and families safe. Jared is standing strongly against defunding the police.
This endorsement was not a given. Congressman Golden's earned it.
Mr. Golden will definitely fight for us and be in our corner and have our backs, absolutely.
I'm Jared Golden, and I'm honored to approve this message.
Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor is the best and only spot you should go to for your rug cleanings. Serving Maine for more than 70 years, we care about your rugs. Clean rugs last longer, and our family takes pride in being the professionals that you can trust. Our cleaning process consists of soaking your rug in a bath, shampooing, rinsing, and drying in a humidity-controlled dry room, making sure no detail is overlooked. Need a repair? We fully service every type of rug for you. Saliba's Rug Cleaners.
We care about your rugs. Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911, and our third-generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family, and Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
When Marilyn Monroe Spas wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Life is your red carpet. Walk it like a Hollywood star with a visit to Marilyn Monroe Spas. Our hair, nail, massage, and skincare services will leave you feeling legendary.
Tonight, Hurricane Watch. The evacuations tracking Ian's path as the huge storm barrels in, the possible tornadoes and catastrophic flooding. More Americans turn to world news tonight with David Muir, the most watched program on all of television.
If you were hurt because of exposure to the toxic water at Camp Lejeune, Congress has made it possible for you to recover a settlement. Former Marine attorney James Beardsley wants to help you.
Call now to see if you qualify. Call 222-2222.
Sometimes people just want to disappear, but then there's people who make them disappear.
Just nature, cycle of life.
Finally tonight, the Bangor Humane Society is holding its 29th annual Paws on Parade this weekend. The event is their largest fundraiser. Money from registrations and donations benefits the nearly 2,000 homeless and unwanted pets they serve every year. It helps the shelter provide food, comfort, preventative care, and extraordinary medical measures when necessary.
It's a tremendous day, and it's just really a day of celebrating the community and really loving our animals that we have, as well as pet owners in general. So it's just a fun day.
The parade will take place this Saturday at Husson University. Registration for the walk begins at 9 a.m. and the event runs until noon. There is a new shelter runway this year that will feature some of the dogs at the Bangor Humane Society. And in honor of Betty White, you can dress as your favorite Golden Girls character. There will be prizes for the best dog and human costumes. Looking forward to seeing all those pups on display and maybe some cool costumes as well.
Yeah, that cute little brindle baby right there at the end definitely caught my eye.
Yeah, and it's just a great way to get some attention on all of those animals that need a forever home.
They do, and loving and safe forever home that will commit to them for their life. All right, well, that is going to do it for us, folks, from everybody here at ABC 7 News. Take care and have a great rest of your night.
Good night, everyone.